Hello and welcome. This is a character profile video for the class Dark Knight. And what you're going to see is all of her skills. You're going to see the top PVE and PVP skills that I recommend. You'll also see all of her enhancements, her player card, and at the end you'll see her farming speed. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started and show you Dark Knight. Here we go. Okay, here are all of our skills, and if you're new to this type of video, I'll just briefly go over the interface of what you're looking at. On the very left is all of our skills. The next column is how many times you can use it. So charges is like the first one says 2, you can use it twice. Before it's on a cooldown, you gotta use it again. The next column hits is how many times it hits the person you're attacking or creature, and the next column is player versus enemy and player versus player, and of course all the specials that go with each skill. You'll notice right away that I've highlighted in blue just about every skill, and it just about every skill recovers magic. Well, I have good news and bad news. The good news is that you will be able to use it for sure, the recovery of the magic. The bad news is not with this character, the Dark Knight. When you awaken her or ascend her, then you get to use it. So I'm sorry to break you the bad news, but hey, it's in, so you'll be used to it when you make your character stronger. So what we're going to do is move on to the top 8 PVE skills that I recommend, and here we go. Okay, so what you're looking at is I've taken all of the skills and I've organized it for the damage PVE column. So that's player versus enemy. That's all the creatures in the world. So highlighted the top 8 because we can only take 8 skills into a fight. There's 3 tabs where you can customize what 8 you want in the first tab, the second, and the third. So that's why only 8 is highlighted. But as I look here, I also want to call your attention to the third from the bottom that's highlighted in green, called Dancing Blade. It hits, the first hit, since it's 3 hits, is 110%. The second hit is 110%. And the third hit is 220%. That's why it's laid out like that. So it's to let you know that you're hitting different percentage of damage for that skill. I could have simply just added it all up, but that wouldn't have done you justice. You need to know that if you only get the first and second hit in, why it didn't do as much damage as that third hit does. So okay, so you don't have to choose these ones. I only highlight the ones in green that are high in damage potential, but I do recommend that you start this way and get to know each one of your skills and then just mix it up. There are some things in there that knock up, there are some that bound or even daze on hit. You might want to put that into your rotation so you can keep your opponent on the ground or not able to fight back very well. So consider it, and let's go ahead and move over to the PvP skills, the top 8, and see if anything has changed. Here we go. And the results are nothing has changed. The top 8 for PvE is the same as the top 8 for PvP. However, like I said, with the PvE slide, feel free to change it up and just figure out what you like personally and what works for you. The game also gives you hints on combos you can perform, but in terms of, hey, what does the most damage, consult the slide and you'll know. So let's go ahead and move to the enhancement slide and see what she's got. Here we go. Okay, if you are new to looking at the enhancement slide, I will briefly go over it from left to right. On the far left is all the skills, and then the center columns, the first, second, and fourth are enhancements that do something for you. The third column is enhancements that benefit you but affect the person you're attacking. Sorry it turned out that way. I could have organized it better, but I try to keep it with that format. And then of course on the far right is your branch damages and how they're connected to the skill. So looking at Eclipse, the third one down from the top, you can choose Owl or a Hib to make that skill stronger. So your choice when you go into the branch damages and see what you like. But looking at the enhancements overall, I noticed two things that are really appealing. One is the second column. Notice that when you level up her skills, the amount of times you can use that skill increases by 1. So for example, the Shadow Slash, Eclipse, and Cross Slash, you'll be able to use it twice. And go down to Dancing Blade, you'll be able to use it 3 times. You just got to put the work in to be able to access it and then unlock it. So that's really nice to have multiple chances to hit your opponent. And then the other thing I noticed is the fourth column is the skill cooldowns. Wow, look at that. Almost more than 50%, probably more than 50% of all your skills are reduced in cooldown. Very nice bonus when it comes to Dark Knight. So take a moment, look at this, and just see all the enhancements that she has. It only gets better from here. And now I'll move you over to what the player card is. Here we go. Alright, so if you are new to a player card here, then allow me to explain. First of all, it's like a baseball card. When you're familiar and comfortable with my character profile videos, you'll probably know, hey, a new character came out, I'm going to skip right over to the player card because I know he has it, and take a look at it. It's a summation of all the previous slides you saw and something else added. So allow me to introduce it. At the very top is the top 8 PVE and PVP skills I recommend, highlighted in green. To the right of that is something new. It is the immobilization window. So I took all of her skills and figured out what ones immobilize your opponent. And to be clear, if you're knocked down, stunned, bound, knocked up, anything like that, the animation of having to get back up means you're immobilized. Your opponent can get a couple free hits on you and just really just do lots of damage to you. So what I don't consider immobilization is knockback. That is your knockback. You can dash out of the way, whereas you can't dash out of the way because you're trying to get up when you're knocked down. So it looks like Nightfall at the very top has 2 immobilization with it, so consider that. Looks like Nightfall is not a very big damage skill for PvE or PvP, but you could probably work that into your rotation of what skills you're choosing. So consider it. And it looks like more than 50% has one form of immobilization, so this is good. This makes her a very strong character with the increase in how many times she can attack, the reduction in her cooldowns, and more than 50% of her skills have immobilization to it. I probably didn't say that word right, but there you go. So below that is all the skills I introduced to you. Don't stress over the blue when you awaken her, or I forgot what the other term is. But when you make her stronger, you'll work in using magic. it's just the charges column will be replaced with using magic instead of just a straight, hey, you can use this 1 time or 2 times. And then of course at the bottom is the enhancements, and then below that, if you are able to clearly read it, I try to make it clear, is definitions for what forward guard and super armor mean. A lot of people are aware of what that is, but they don't really know what it actually does. So there's a definition for you. So take a moment, enjoy what the player card has for the Dark Knight, and when you're ready, I'm going to move on to the farming speed. I'll see you then. Welcome to the farming speed. So before we begin, let's show you where we're at. We're in Balanos, and we are over here at Kron Castle entrance, and we're always here because to be consistent, they have CP of 2519, our CP is 4501, not a problem. So let's just check our pets real quick. They're fine. Don't have food for them anyway. Oops. And let's see, in our inventory, we're wearing the same armor as all the other characters for this. And as you can see in the inventory, there's nothing except potions, so it wouldn't affect the outcome of how much we earn in silver. We always have the same auto path that leads us to it. And let's see, what else? Oh yes, we have our timer. That this is a 5-minute farming test. And we also have our battle tracking. So we go off of the Black Spirits quest to track how many kills that are done. So since there's 269, we'll put that at the start, and then we will record our end, subtract, get our kills, and then we can find out how much money, or excuse me, silver we made, and then I can break it down and show you how you can get 1,000,000, not a problem. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. When she gets to her destination, I'll start the clock, and 5 minutes later, I'll go ahead and finish up and then give my outro. So in the meantime, enjoy Dark Knight. So because there was an issue with the pathing, and she was stuck on the tower for a little bit, I'm going to extend the test from 5 minutes to 5 minutes and 5 seconds. It should probably have been 5 minutes and 10 seconds, but at least it'll give her a chance to get in some more kills. As you can see, she can get it in 5 seconds. So we're almost done here, and what we'll do is we'll stop the auto fighting and head to town, see how much silver we got, and see how she did. And here we go. Gotta admit, that is one heck of a long sword she has. It's really something. Okay, so we'll just head over to Eileen here, and we'll get things going. So let's take a look at what we got.
I'm the general goods vendor
So
here in
we're
Velia.
going to be selling the trash loot, but look at all the other stuff that could have sold. So you have books if you didn't need them. Well, you always need them, but the piece of armor probably would have fetched a good price too. So let's go ahead and bring up the amount of kills. So it's 513. So we'll just put that in. Okay, and bring up the calculator here. So 513 minus 269. So she did 244 kills in 5 minutes, which is very nice. So now that we know that, let's go ahead and go to the shop and sell the trash loot.
I'm the general goods vendor here in Velia.
26,160 silver. So we'll just put that in here. And now we get to bring up the calculator again. So if you extended it from 5 minutes to 30 minutes, that is 6 times 5. So this amount times 6 will give you how much you would have earned if you kept going for 30 minutes. So there you go, 156,960. So we'll just put that in. And we'll just keep incrementing it. What if you just left it for an hour and came back? 313,920. We'll put that in, and keep in mind, this is just the trash loot. And if you let it go and came back after 4 hours, congratulations, you would have earned your first million. 1,255,680. And again, that's just the trash loot. You would have earned so much more from many other things. So that'll do it. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like my videos, please subscribe, like, share, or you can leave a comment. So in the meantime, thank you once again, and you have yourself a great day. Take care. Bye now.